Hey guys, this is Rusty, and welcome to the next episode of our Skyblock series. And I immediately have to tell you that I updated this world to the latest version of Minecraft, which at the moment is 1.17.1. So, as you can see, we now have a geode over there. And some other changes provided by the creator of this map include the fact that zombies no longer drop gravel. So the only way for us to get gravel from now on is to get it from bartering with piglins. And I think that if the creator of this map doesn't want us to get gravel from killing zombies, I think we should go ahead and grab all the gravel that we've farmed up until now, and I will just throw it away because it would feel like cheating. Of course, I won't throw away all the dirt that we've already placed that was crafted using this gravel, but I think this is a fair thing. And we of course also have our supply right here, so let's go ahead, go to this edge, and not like this, and like this, drop all of it into the void, so that we don't see it ever again. And where, here, the rest of the supply, and once again, throw all of it away, because now we will have to work harder to get this stuff. Another thing I did in between episodes is that I expanded our little farming operation to include this small farm dedicated purely to farming melons and pumpkins, because we will need quite a few melons today for our new project. But I will show you what that is a bit later in this video. But another thing that we will need for this project is quite a lot of slime blocks. Some of you might already be seeing where I'm going with this, yeah? Slime blocks, melons. But anyway, let's get to building a simple slime farm to get all the needed slime blocks. And we're seeing the first of the slimes coming through. I think we'll have more slime blocks than we'll know what to do with. The rates of this farm are just insane, as you can see, because we built it so low in the world. But right now I think we'll finish the platform around the farm at these railings, so that the slimes cannot get to us, and also solve the storage situation, because right now we are only collecting the stuff into the hoppers. But now we face the problem that because we built the farm so low, we don't have that much space to fit in any storage. But I think a single barrel or 2 barrels on each side will be sufficient for now, so let's craft 4 of those. And I'll also need some more cobblestone to craft the materials for the walls, as well as expand the platform at the bottom. So here we go with our walls, some more, and I think we are ready to get back into work. And now I think is the right time to tell you what the main plan for today's episode is. Because off camera I've been farming quite a lot of these weeping vines. Because when we combine 4 of those in a crafting grid, we can make netherrack. I've set up this simple farm that just spams bone meal at the top right here, and in total I have used more than 3 double chests of pure bone meal. So you can imagine that I farmed quite a bit of weeping vines. So after crafting all of them into netherrack, I put them in this quick and easy furnace array that I set up, just to do this small thing for me. It isn't perfect, but it gets this job done. So I got quite a bit of nether bricks that I can now craft into normal nether brick blocks, because we will use those to get some wither skeleton spawns in the nether in our fortress. And if we now join this with the rest of the resources that I farmed up, so 36 stacks of nether bricks in this first chest, and all the rest of the stuff that we will need in this second chest. Yeah, quite a bit of redstone, all from the one cleric that we have. And why do we need a fortress farm, you might ask? Well, because blazes are a good source of fuel, which is quite scarce for us right now, and we will also get some more bones, some gold, as well as a lot of wither skeleton skulls for beacons for the future. And it will be a bit more automatic, so it could probably replace the gold farm we built in the last episodes, so that we have enough gold for all our bartering purposes. Which brings me to the next thing I wanted to do before we start building, which is actually bartering, because we will need quite a few quartz to craft a lot of observers for the farm to work. Because, as some of you might have guessed, we will use a design that uses flying machines to get all of the mobs into one space. And one thing I forgot to mention is that I put up this small stone farm that isn't perfect because it sometimes generates cobblestone instead of normal stone. But, well, if we look at the results, we mostly get stone. So we will start using that instead of this ugly cobblestone everywhere. And here we are after my first bartering session. I used up about 3 whole stacks of gold ingots and got ourselves some soul speed boots, a soul speed book, which is just level 2, a ton of potions, some blackstone, soul sand, obsidian, which will be useful later, or definitely in the future, some quartz, which is the thing we needed, but we didn't get that much. We will have to barter a bit more to get all the stuff we need. Some leather, spectral arrows, which we'll throw out, and the gravel, which, as you can see, we didn't get that much of. So getting all the dirt in the future that we will need will from now on be quite a bit more difficult, because this bartering is the only source that we have left. So we will need to have quite a good source of gold to get all the gravel. And these are all the items that we got in the end after the second session. I think we have plenty of quartz even to last us for some other projects. Especially because I actually realized during the farming that I made a bit of a whoopsie, because I thought that I would use daylight sensors as slabs that do not stick to slime blocks, but I actually realized that not only do you need quartz for daylight sensors, which I counted to the total, but I realized that you also need glass, which is a bit of a problem, because at the moment we have exactly 0 sand, and the only way we can get that is from husks, which spawn in the desert that we haven't gone to, and we would need to kill a lot of them to get all the glass that we will need. But don't worry, a husk farm is one of my biggest priorities for this world in the future, so I think we will get to building one in the quite near future, hopefully. But the main thing for right now is to start building our Nether Forces farm. Hey, Rusty from the future here. I just realized while editing this video that even on Skyblock you can still get glass by trading with villagers from these librarians. So in the future I might add those daylight sensors anyway. But now, enjoy the time lapse. Just like this, our farm should now be fully functional. So let's try heading down and turning this lever on, which is the main switch for the whole farm, and we see the flying machines moving back and forward. Yep, the timing seems right, and we're already getting some mobs. Oh, just a few of them. Let's see if the other waves get a bit better. Yeah, already getting some loot. Well, it doesn't look that great, to be honest. Let's throw this junk away. Oh, I think I know what's the problem. We have to turn off the normal gold farm we built in the last episode, because mobs are spawning over there, yeah. And they have fully filled up the mob cap, so not that much stuff is spawning right here. So I think I'll go ahead and slab the whole thing to temporarily turn that thing off and have all the mob spawns running through here. This shouldn't really be that big of a problem if I just punch one of these pigments to start the farm and stay close near them so that nothing else spawns, because I'm too close to the spawning platform. And now I can just kill all of these guys. Just like this, and the rest of you. Oh, we even got some soul speed boots. And now I am free to start slabbing this whole platform when there are no pigmen in the way. And now let's see how our farm works after I've slabbed the whole thing. Let's turn it on, and let me quickly clear my inventory of some of this building material that I've used. Yada yada yada, this, and now we're ready to get all the loot. Yeah, they are already cramming. And boom, boom, and we've already got our first skull. Yep, just like that. Farm. And yeah, 3 skulls. We've already got our first beacon. Yep, this is how the farm is supposed to work. I think that this is definitely sufficient for what we will need for this series. Yep, 5 skulls already. And we are getting more every moment. I think we'll have beacons for days. Yeah, as you can see, we are getting mobs every single time the flying machines go back and forth. Whoa, we've already got a full inventory. So let's see. We are also getting some blaze rods for our fuel, as well as coal that we can also use as fuel, or give it to some of our villagers to get emeralds. And let's get rid of this junk. We're also getting some gold, and I mean quite a decent amount, so we can use it for bartering later. And let's see. Yeah, also a very decent source of speed. And let's look at how the farm works. When I activate the farm down below with the lever, it sends a signal from there up here to this torch right here, and activates these pistons and one piston that is above, which, let me see, and this, which activates these slime blocks. It pushes them forward, which activates that piston over there, which in turn activates all of these flying machines on every floor to go back and forth. They have a little station at the end that just returns them back, but on this end these stations are a bit special, because when we retract these blocks back with the slime blocks, it turns the farm off, because the returning station no longer works, and when we push them back it starts the farm again. So we've got 3 layers of this stuff, these flying machines flying back and forth, when we activate them with these pistons, and that's pretty much the main part of the farm. They get swept down here, and here we once again pick them up with a pair of flying machines that sweep them into the middle, where they fall down into our killing chamber. Just like this. This machine is pretty much Gnembon's design, which I'll leave a link for in the description, but I have to say that I modified it quite a bit by removing a part down here as well as 2 layers from the top, because I think the 3 layers that we have is quite enough for what we will need, as you can see from the results that we got. Yeah, another skull right away. The only thing we're missing is a sorting system for the items we get, which I think will have to wait for another episode in the future, because this is everything we will do today. So if you've enjoyed this episode, definitely leave a like, and I'll see you next time.